Vox Feminista is a terrorist organization. What you are about to see is actual footage and an in-depth analysis of this dangerous group that may or may not threaten freedom as we know it and may or may not have possible links to terror abroad. Groups like this Vox Feminista could pose serious threats to national security.
Some direction in the show? Direction, okay? And what is the objective? And who are the fearless freaks? And is the show about fear or fearlessness?
I don't know, Mo. For me, it's about possibility. Like fear within yourself and overcoming that fear.
In-depth analysis by the nation's top agents reveals that when persons such as this feminista named Raven speaks of this so-called fearlessness, they may or may not be attempting to subvert the democratic principles on which this country is based. The word fighting is used. Scary business, agents. Does she perhaps mean to fight the mighty U.S. government? An alarming percentage of experts say yes.
Mona, will you pass me the bread?
Bread. Bread is sometimes a euphemism for money. Money is linked to Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda is linked to Iraq. This might mean that Vox Feminista is linked to Al-Qaeda in Iraq. Iraq is linked to Iran. Iran has weapons of mass destruction. Iran has weapons of mass destruction. Iran has weapons of mass destruction. Iran has weapons of mass destruction.
Fuck Bush, man. He's just extended the Patriot Act to this Protect America Act. That bastard's gonna make this an even more fascist country than it already is.
Oh yeah, I read about that. It gives the Attorney General the power to issue a surveillance warrant whenever he wants.
No judicial review. Scary.
And Mona. Isn't that short for marijuana? A Mona Jane reefer.
The Protect America Act is like another giant step towards fascism.
But it's not just the Protect America Act. I mean, look at all the lefty peace groups that are being launched.
Yeah,
I mean, how does lefty peace equal threat? Well, I guess it poses a threat to the current administration.
Yeah, but doesn't the administration have anything better to do anyway?
Yeah, like get the fuck out of Iraq.
How about ending the war on drugs? Being scared of people who smoke pot.
Ooh.
Reefer madness.
Scary. So sad.
You guys, I read that the Department of Defense has this thing called Talon. I wrote it down. It's called Threat and Local Observation Notice.
Okay, this is a spy program that's been set up to watch domestic terrorists. But what's happening is the local authorities, like the police officers are looking at anything that's out of character or suspicious.
Yeah, I read about that, but the situations are like anything anti-war. Like those activists that got busted in Denver just recently.
Exactly, that was something unusual, you know? And do you remember the Quakers? The anti-war Quakers, you guys? That was Talon too. They went in there and fucked with those people because I know, the Quakers, they pose a huge threat on Homeland Security.
Oh, yeah.
What does she know about Quakers that we don't? These domestic terrorist groups have a complex network designed for a sole purpose: to destroy freedom. If they have nothing to hide, then they have nothing to fear.
Is it just me, or does anybody else get the feeling that they're being watched all the time?
Who is this oak? Does she think she's a tree? A friend of Julia Butterfly's, perhaps? Did Julia Butterfly sit in her?
Hey, everybody. Are we almost done? Because I have to poop.
Terrorists use an intricate language, agents. Things like traffic and Charles Manson may not appear to be connected, but with the right analysis, they can be. This bird woman, Raven, says she has to poop, but is that what she is really saying?
I am a terrorist. I am a serious threat.
You see, agents? There is a dangerous domestic threat in this country. There is a dangerous domestic threat in this country. There is a dangerous domestic threat in this country. It is up to us and us alone to root out these evildoers and bring them to justice. Search their words, agents. Make the links between tooth decay and terrorism, between bread and bombs, between poop and the annihilation of freedom. It can be done. It must be done.